TGI Now time. Back again in the K420 studio discussing real authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time.
Shit, we trying.
Boom. We are back. The K420 studio. Vero Beach, Florida.
Where the world is still going to shit.
Right? Vero Beach, we're still here.
Yeah, man, fucking crazy week though, I tell you.
The week to remember. I think it's the week to remember, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me write that
Fucking
down.
from the assassination to the president fucking bowing out,
Bailing out, the Biden bailout.
Secret Service fucking director steps down.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, right?
Yeah, bro. She was fucking blasted, bro. I mean, she, you know,
thrown under to the
she
wolves,
was either
like,
part of it or she was just plain
There's no way you're
stupid.
not.
Yeah.
You're either a fucking
Stupid.
idiot
Yep.
or you was just that damn.
One of the congressmen says, "Go
Is you
back and
dumb
guard
or
Doritos
stupid?
and shit."
Wow.
That's fucked up.
It's bad.
Oh, man.
And not to mention that, then now we have possibility of multiple shooters at the Trump assassination attempt. So I mean, it's like, what's going on here? What are we witnessing here?
Right.
You
What
know,
we're witnessing is a Secret Service trying to do a fucking Kennedy attempt. You know what I mean? They're trying to
2.0.
JFK 2.0.
like the Cave 2.0. It's JFK 2.0.
Because if this guy Crooks would have gotten arrested, he would have gotten shot by some so-called Trump supporter.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what would have happened. Some
That's
so-called Trump supporter would have killed him.
This
You're right.
happened every
You're right.
time the CIA get called in. When the CIA go under, when their shit is stinking,
Mm-hmm.
president gotta go. Every time a president come for them, he gone.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta understand something. Is that this man, bro, I mean, they're literally trying to kill him, putting out this bullshit. First, it's a lie that Iran has a fucking hit on him. I think that's all bullshit. A setup.
Yeah.
It's where they could fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Because they do not want him to be president.
No, not even.
And now they got Kamala, who's just another fucking puppet, worse than fucking Biden. I mean, her fucking ratings. And that's another thing. These fucking polls, you know what I mean? I think a lot of them are full of shit.
fake.
But what they did say is that she's fucking even. She's been the lowest vice president ever.
Yeah.
I mean, lower than Biden, and Biden was low.
100%.
She was 34%. Biden was 38.
Andy, she's the border czar. She's
Border czar?
She's the one that's supposed to be taking the border and taking
No,
care
but
of
she
it.
hasn't been to Europe either. The fuck
She had been to the border.
She's so full
When
of
did she go to
shit.
the border?
But I haven't been to Europe either.
Oh my God!
You know,
These people
fuck.
are sick.
They
Just
are
like
sick.
Trump says it. These people are sick, man. It's a sick world that we're watching. We're watching the whole thing collapse.
I don't believe that.
It's
Bro,
crazy.
how is it that we have this woman fucking as a candidate for president?
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm surprised she's vice president, but now she's a candidate for president.
Yeah.
Didn't make it to the fucking Iowa caucus. Fucking 3%. Fucking that. I think that's where she was. 3%.
Yeah.
And and what's gonna happen? Watch the convention, the DNC convention. They're gonna bring somebody, bro, with some super fanfare, bro. It's where they could cloud the people for a few months, and people will vote for
They're already
fucking
doing
Kamala,
it, bro.
and
There's
they'll
some-
get it close enough that they could fucking steal it.
There's a UK, one of the biggest influencers in the UK is already fucking
On it.
backing her, saying "Go girl," blah blah blah,
Yeah,
all this
it's-
dumbass shit.
Yeah.
Like, and this is one of the most
Go girl.
influential people in fucking
They're
Britain.
activating all their puppets. They got to activate.
but that's
the
what they
puppets.
gotta do,
That's what
you
they
know?
got to do. That's what would the minions? What would the devil's minions do? You got to activate the puppets. You got to turn on the heat.
And then, God forbid, you say anything about this woman, you're a racist. She's not even black.
Black.
You know what I
She's
mean?
not black.
She's not black.
She ain't
folks.
black.
She ain't black.
Rondell,
Hell of a tan.
Rondell's
That's a hell of a
black.
fucking tan.
Rondell, she black.
She got a hell of a fucking tan, but she's not black.
She ain't black.
She does have a good tan.
Yeah.
I gotta give her
I got
that
a
much.
good tan.
She got some big hands too.
You actually got black in you, man.
I am
What the fuck?
I was watching.
He's like, I got a tan. Shit, that's in you.
Yeah, shit. Oh yeah, she ain't got none in her.
I was
For real.
watching her today, and she's got some big ass hands too for a woman. A little scary, a little creepy.
Now you think she's a Michael? I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
She was a hooker.
Yeah, she was around the block. She was a block lady.
She was out there in L.A. selling
Dude, I was
that.
like, I was looking at her hands. I'm like, there's some big ass hands. But
I know some women with some big ass hands. They got pussies.
I know they got. I'm sure they do. I just was a little surprised by the size of her
Yeah.
hand. That's all.
She's
That's
a ball,
all
bro. She used to play ball.
Yeah, she could grab a fucking cock.
Oh Lord.
Right?
Oh my.
Oh my.
Jesus.
Well, all the black organizations are backing her. Also, that's
Well, you know, that's what they would do.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. You got to understand something. All this is TDS, is Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
People don't like Trump. Yeah. People believe that he's a racist. People believe all the nonsense that this fucking media is saying. That's how come they try to kill the fucking guy.
100%.
You know, but I tell you, you know.
Well, you think about it. Look at all the people that they tried to kill over the years. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed John Lennon. They killed fucking, Kennedy, the other Kennedy. They tried to kill Reagan. Anybody that was trying to do something for the people, trying to do the right thing, they try to take them out. That's the evil that comes out. It's the minions that want to take them out. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. And the truth is coming out. They can't handle it.
I don't think it's not that they can't handle the truth. I think they just don't believe the truth.
Well, they're so brainwashed, and they so believe the narrative, and they're so used to carrying out their dirty deeds that they get away with it. See, they're not getting away with it anymore. Nothing's working. Everything they're throwing at the world, everything they're throwing at Trump, it's not sticking anymore. It used to work. That's what I mean. They used to take him out. Kennedy, see ya. Martin Luther King, up, see ya. John Lennon, see ya. They all succeeded in getting rid of him because we were at the cusp of something greater as a civilization.
Now, this man's anointed. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm
I've been telling you that
he's anointed. He's an anointed man of God.
He's got to finish his role. He's got to finish his whatever role. Remember, Sandra's got a role. I got a role. We all got a role. He's got a role. He's got to finish the mission, the God's mission, and then he dies. That's it. It's all and over. I keep going back to the Gladiator. I keep seeing more videos where people are using the Gladiator theme song from it. It's like it kills me.
Yeah, because I said that from day one years ago.
He is. I know.
That's the truth,
we
man.
talked about
He tries to give it back, and that's what he says. He wants to give the power back to the people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And once he does that, then it's going to be hard to turn that around.
You can't. You won't be. It's impossible. It'll be impossible.
That's what they don't want.
That's the point of the whole operation. Like that girl was saying that I showed you before the podcast. She was saying the same thing. Trump had to take a step back. He had to go, oh, geez, they stole it. Fuck, what am I going to do now? Oh, well, I'll just take it to the Supreme Court, see what they say. Maybe Pence will send it back to the states like he should. And then
they just showed all the corruption.
They showed all the corruption, and that's what
for
had
us
to happen.
see.
Exactly.
Now, when he becomes president again,
now we fix it. Now
we appreciate shit a lot more.
Exactly. We'll appreciate your freedom because we're actually going to know what it's like to be what? Free for real. Mm. Release the prisoners. What does Gladiator say at the end?
Release the prisoners.
Release the prisoners.
Yeah. And those are the J6ers.
Yep. Lucius is safe.
Yeah.
And that's basically when he says Lucius is safe, it's almost like Barron's safe, like the future, future's safe. His Baron Trump and the kids are safe
because she asked him about Lucius.
Exactly. Lucius is because
he was going to be
he would be the next guy,
and he was a good king.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. See how that works?
Yeah.
That could be
Baron. Made my hair stand.
Yeah, that could be. That could be Barron's. Barron's safe. Barron takes it over because Baron Trump, The Amazing Travels of Baron Trump, and those books, The Last President, it's all playing out.
Yeah.
Those books they both were written a long time ago, but
it's crazy.
It is.
That's a fucking that whole thing is fucking nuts.
That Last President shit?
That fucking the Baron Trump thing.
Yeah, well that too, yeah.
Him being around when Tesla was around, that shit was that's fucking.
Yeah, if you read the books, The Last President and The Amazing Travels of Baron Trump, he finds a tunnel. He a tunnel to New York where his mentor is named Donald.
They say
and they meet each other and they teach each other. Then they teach time travel and they talk about how they travel. It's crazy, dude.
They say Russia's first time traveler came back. They say in September Biden's gonna die.
There's something bad. Something's gonna happen in September.
Biden dies in September.
Yeah. Yeah.
Biden died a long time ago.
I know.
They're gonna let this one.
They're gonna let the world know
at some point. Yeah.
They're gonna let this one
because
die.
I think
in September.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to the inauguration. How it was done. It was done like a funeral.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a show of inauguration. It made it look like the woman said. It made it look like he won. It made them think that they won. They pulled it off because remember he got inaugurated. It was 15 minutes before noon. That's against the Constitution. You can't. The inauguration has to start right at noon. They started it like 15 minutes before, and then Trump got on the plane, Air Force One, at exactly noon. and flew away. And remember, he flew to Mar-a-Lago, but then he went to the border. He went to Alamo, and he did his speech, and that's when he used that, when he told the world that the 25th Amendment would bite the Biden administration in the ass.
And they threatened him with it. That's why I'm sure he said, I'll bow out.
Whatever it takes. But Trump said that was going to happen, that the 25th Amendment was going to take him out. So he knew he was going to get taken out at some point during his 4-year term. And he did it at the border, at the Alamo. So you remember the Alamo. That was his last speech. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. Like, when you look at future proves past, you're like, holy shit, like that makes sense. Yeah, and the speech is pretty impressive when he says it too. And he says,
"What do you think about Kamala?"
I don't think she's going to make it on the ticket.
No, you think?
I think she's a placeholder.
I think that the RNC convention is going to put somebody else.
Yeah, she's a placeholder. She's holding a place to keep things going. Today she was speaking in front of on the podium with the presidential seal and just pretty much acting like they got all the signs, Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. Everybody's supporting the black organizations are supporting her. They're coming out. I think it's a placeholding for that point because the DNC
just to get them excited enough and to bring in the right person.
Exactly, because you got to build the momentum up to the DNC.
I think she may be the right person because she's a fucking buffoon.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows?
It's not as dumb as you think.
No, I think she's a placeholder. That's it. Even the cards, when they're holding up the cards, or her like, it says, Biden, Harris, it just says Kamala on it. It looks like a placeholder. Like it literally, there's no logo, there's no Kamala Harris, and no Harris for president. It just says Kamala. It's fucking so to me it looks like a placeholder. Okay. So it's almost like symbolism. Yeah, it looks very bizarre, Eddie. It just says Kamala on it in blue. It's very bizarre. It's very, and I looked at white
outline. I think
there was nothing. It was nothing. It was just blue in it with a Kamala in white. That was it. There was no logo, and it said Harris really small at the top.
I've seen that.
And it was like, that looks like a placeholder. Like for if you were going to a wedding, you'd be like, oh, there's my seat, Kamala. I'll just sit the fuck here and I'll just watch the wedding happen and I'll go home. Placeholder. She's only in there for that little bit of time, just to hold a spot.
Well, I'm looking to see what this DNC does. The convention.
No, it's going to be a circus. There's no doubt about that.
All these stars are going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a star-studded festival. Notice how there's no celebrities at Trump's rallies, but when they do their things,
he had Hulk Hogan. He had some old guys.
But that's
Amber Rose.
Yeah, Amber Rose. Yeah, that too.
He had some. I mean, he had some people, but not like these
have fucking, no Hollywood fucking.
He didn't have Hollywood there because Hulk Hogan is not Hollywood. No. He's a worldwide entertainer.
Exactly. Yeah, and he got out of Hollywood a long time ago,
and he don't give a fuck.
No, they tried to set him up. Remember with the sex tape? Yeah. That was a setup.
But that's what they use. Exactly. The rape, the sex, because it's immoral.
How did the tape get out? It wasn't his fault. They got their hands on it. That's what they do. They get it, and then they expose you that they want to take you down. They can build you up, but if they want to take you down, they'll take you down quick, fast, in a hurry.
See, that's the thing about Trump. He really doesn't have that much dirt on him.
No.
Everything they try to put on him, they can't prove.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I've always said that.
They can't prove it,
I've always said exactly. They can't prove it. They can't fucking prove it. It's the reality of it.
And I'm going to say something, though, and this is for real. When he was a real estate guy, this is before he was president, right? When he was a real estate guy, if he paid for a hooker, that's his fucking business. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, because, it's not like he was a president. He was a fucking real estate people. Do you know how many people in fucking real estate and Wall Street and all these fucking people, because they got no fucking time to fucking have a relationship, they make a call.
Yeah.
Here's $1,000.
But I think a guy like that, I don't think he did. I don't think he really needed to pay for it. I don't think somebody like he did. I don't think he would.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
But
he did. Stormy Daniels thing. I don't care about that.
I don't believe. I don't believe that he did.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Even if it was,
he calls her horse face.
Yeah, even if it was true, she's not very pretty. But the other one. The black hair was fucking hot as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so some porn star or some Playboy bunny or something.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
But she dropped the charges because I think it was like almost like a consensual thing. So she didn't really want to get into it, but they tried to get it.
I got you.
And
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, nobody's perfect. We know that, but if they really had enough on them, they would have gotten rid of them a long time ago. And that's what they.
But look, we have enough on Biden.
Oh yeah, but they won't do nothing because they're in control of the system. That's why the system has to go bye-bye. That's why it has. That's like that lady said. We had to see the corruption in order for us to know what to do, the right thing to do. Like you said, if Trump gets back, whatever happens, the people will know what to do. They'll be like, "Oh, we're not doing this anymore. Like this is garbage. Like this was a prison planet we lived in. This got to go bye-bye. All these people are corrupt. They're not out for us. They're out for them. They enrich themselves. That's what Trump says in his fucking inauguration speech. They enrich themselves while the people borne the cost. When you listen to his inauguration speech, he says those things, and they're key words. Like they enrich themselves, and the people borne the cost over the year, not just like the recent last couple of years. I'm talking about like for decades. Well, it goes way back. When the Federal Reserve was created. Think about it. It goes back a long ways, man. This system has been corrupt for a long time. We've never really been free, Eddie, and this is what people are finding out, that we've never been free.
I haven't been.
We were the freest country on the planet, but we've never been free. That's why we're the beacon of freedom. And someday, and it's coming soon, that we're going to show the world again.
It's funny how we say free. Let's be free.
Yeah.
The goal is to be free. Nothing is free.
Not this reality.
Not really. Not in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is free. No. Everything.
Peace ain't even
cost.
free.
Everything has a cost. You want to look better and get healthy, it has a cost.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy a better car, it has a cost. You want to live in a better house, it has a cost.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that make people happy, right?
Yep.
So,
or at least they think it makes them
right.
happy.
This is so what's free?
Love is free.
Sometimes
You could pay for love.
No, I don't know about that. Love
Yeah.
is a frequency. You can't pay for a frequency. You can't pay for a frequency though.
You know
Love is
what I'm
you
saying.
can. Because
love is a frequency. I don't know. Currency is a frequency too. So
remember this though. Anything that motivates somebody, that truly like ignites something,
yes,
that's love.
I agree.
So
I
like
agree. That's a
money,
but that's a
ignites,
frequency. Yeah.
So like,
Money,
but if money you take
that away.
all right, that's
what I mean.
money out of the
That's what I mean.
equation.
That's
There
exactly
you go.
where I was
there
going.
you go.
You take money out, it show you.
Yes, what you really love.
See,
He's right.
you
And
know,
what did we talk about before? Love over fear. The fear of losing money, the fear of losing the house,
Yeah.
the fear of losing the
Gotta
family.
fuck you up faster than
because
Bingo.
you're free to love. Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah.
You're free to love. Okay, so you love your spouse, you love your partner.
You love yourself.
Right. But you got to eat.
Yep.
That ain't
You have to
free.
eat. No, it's not. But we don't have to eat as much as we do.
But even any of it is not free.
no, it's free.
So nothing is
Well,
free.
you can grow your own
So we
food.
say
So you
freedom.
can. No, you can grow your own food.
But still, it costs money. Everything costs money. Even
Well,
to
if you
grow
have
food.
seeds, seeds cost, yeah. But if you take,
I'm just
but if you
saying,
take money out of
even
the
if it's
equation,
a cent that we're spending,
yeah.
even if it's a cent that we're spending, it's not free.
Even in barter.
Yeah, it's not free. So I just want to know what the word freedom means.
Yeah.
Like when you say that you're free, what does that mean? Free to speak,
Yeah.
free to travel, free to do what you want.
Yeah.
But you can't do a lot of these things because they aren't free. You see? So freedom has a cost. So freedom isn't free.
Let's see. Let's take a look at
Yeah, this is when I realized that shit's weird. All right, so you go to a museum now. You just take a walk in a museum. Just walk in.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fee to get into a museum. They're like, bro, it's $25 to get in the fucking museum now. So you gonna charge me for culture?
Yeah, for my culture.
I like how you said that. You charge me
For
for
most
culture?
likely my culture, somebody else's culture that isn't a owner in this building.
Yeah. Let me. I'm going to read the definition of freedom. The power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. We do have some freedom of choice. Absence of subjugation to foreign domination or despotic government. He was a champion of Irish freedom. The state of not being imprisoned or enslaved. So that the last one, the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved, is what I really focus on. And when I say freedom, and that is the fact that this system is a prison planet. We are slaves to the system. Everyone. I don't care if you're rich, poor, whatever. We all are. And we talked about this before. We're all slaves of the system. Everything costs money. We have to break out of that freedom. This is what's transpiring on the planet right now. People are starting to realize that we're slaves.
So the first part of it, I had said
you did 100%.
All that stuff.
But the last one, when it says imprisoned or enslaved, a state of not being imprisoned or slave, that's being freedom too. The prison of your mind. So you are. Technically, Eddie, you broke out of your enslavement of the freedom of the prison of your mind.
I was going to say I don't feel enslaved.
Exactly, because you broke out of it. But when you were selling the cars and taking the pills and doing all the things like that, you were in prison.
Oh, of course.
So there you go. So that's really what it comes down to. That's why we say freeing your mind, one episode at a time.
Even now, I'm in prison to other things. I have other addictions.
Yeah. But as far as your mind goes, you're not overthinking things like you used to.
No.
You're more present. You're more in the moment. You're more free.
I actually think less.
There it is. That's the point. Free. That's the voice of knowledge. Exactly. You get rid of the voice in your head that lies to you.
Yeah,
so that's really truly freedom. To be honest with you.
That's why a lot of times I don't like people. I try not to retain too much information, so I don't have to think too much.
Y'all remember I was telling y'all before the podcast like how my game messed up on me. Right? So you know what's funny, bro? I was sitting there and like while I'm waiting for the dude to go through my account and shit, I'm like sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, I done fucked up. And it hit me like, damn, I ain't felt like this. It was like depression.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't felt this
because you lost.
Years.
Because you lost.
I'm like, bro, my shit is frozen. It's like I can't do nothing on it. I'm like, bro,
and you were attached to it.
This is what I do. This is what I do in my downtime.
I know.
I'm like, bro, like, what am I gonna do now? Like, I gotta learn a whole new game now. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, man, I don't want to put in all this time. Like, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, motherfucker, you ain't felt like this in years. You gotta stop that shit right now.
So you
like, bro, I flipped, like, literally, like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn. And I told my boys on the game, I'm like, bro, it's been like, I ain't been depressed since like 2016. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I had a job there.
See,
right.
So how
that
something to entertain and take you out of your head,
right?
Yep.
Now
you lost it.
I could identify with that, not in a game. You guys know I'm a big fan of all these cop shows, right? So if let's say
Law and Order.
1 week Law and Order, let's say that's
they
my
don't
favorite.
fucking put the episode, the new
If they don't
episode
put the
on.
new episode next week, I gotta wait another week.
my
I'm
girl
pissed
be
as
pissed.
fuck, bro.
My
I'm
girl
like,
be
what
hot.
the fuck?
I'm telling you, my girl be hot when that new episode skipped a week.
Yeah,
What the fuck
what
are
am I
y'all
gonna
doing?
watch?
She be like, why is it not working, baby?
What
Come
am
here.
I gonna
Reset
do
the TV for me
now?
So what are those things you're talking about?
Controlling, enslavement.
Attachments. They're
It's controlling us.
It's and then you become
You watch when we tell you to watch.
But then when you become attached to it.
And then when we watch it, it's like a dopamine is released.
Exactly. And that's
crazy.
Yep. And that's an imprisonment.
That's the attachment of the television.
Exactly. Tells your vision programming. So that's what it becomes down. So everything that's happened on TV with Kamala and Biden and all this shit, it's all theater for the masses. It's not real. It's on the television. It's telling lies to your vision. You have to discern for yourself what's really going on. Just like that lady said about Trump losing the election. That's what's really going on.
What's really going on is that they're trying to kill this motherfucker this way they could continue to do what they got to do.
But they're not going to succeed.
No, they're not.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
The man's ordained.
Yeah,
the man's
and not even that.
angels.
Not even that. Guess what? There's a plan so brilliant that it can only be given by the Creator. That's the plan, Eddie. The plan is so brilliant that
you and I always said, John, and other people have said different. I'm sure that it's going to be good. We always say that. People say, no, it's going to get worse, bro. I said, no, not for me.
No, brother. It's going to be
maybe
biblical.
for most, for some.
It's going to be biblical.
But it's going to be biblical.
It is.
It's going to be beautiful.
You know what's crazy? We talked about the 144,000.
We sure did.
And I've been seeing shit about that shit pop up like crazy. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
I told
like,
you.
I saw we talked. I was like, bro. And all I saw was like the other day, like somebody did a whole thing on it. And I was like, this is fucking nuts.
Do you know that we represent 3 tribes here?
100. Yeah, we do.
There are 3 tribes here.
Yeah.
Right? We are 3 different cultures. There are 3 different tribes here. There are 12 tribes that they want from the tribe of Judah, 12,000 each. Okay, 12 tribes, 12,000 each, which equates to 144,000. We're of a tribe.
Yeah.
I'm one of 12,000.
Yeah.
You are one of 12,000. You are one of 12,000. We are the ones, and our job is to do exactly what we're doing.
Chosen one.
Is informing the masses,
Yep.
warning the masses,
Yep.
letting people know of the coming,
Yep.
what's coming.
Yep. You're right.
And what we see coming is good.
Yes.
So be prepared for good, but you have to be prepared. You have to have your eyes wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have your eyes closed, you're not going to enter.
Yeah.
Because you won't see the door.
You won't see the hit coming.
Yeah, you won't see it.
You're right.
Because you won't believe it's there.
Mm-mm.
Because they're going to tell you that door that you think you see is not real. It's not there. And you're going to believe the TV.
Yep.
And it's there for you to go in and fucking be free for real.
Walk through.
Like the Bible says, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free, and you will be free indeed.
I like that.
That's
one.
the
Free,
word.
free indeed.
Free indeed.
I like that.
Because it's the truth that makes us free.
Yeah.
It's the lies, like the media, like that enslaves us, and it tells us, and we're not free. We're slaves
Yep.
to whatever it is. Like John was saying, that to whatever it is, media, money, pussy, whatever.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Dick, if you're a chick or whatever.
Doesn't matter. Everything.
You know, you could get yourself enslaved to anything.
Anything. There are attachments like Rondell was dealing with the game.
the game.
That becomes an attachment. Just like I had attachment to fantasy football, and I had to dissolve those. I had to dissolve.
video game.
I had to get rid of. Yeah. Well, but see, the thing is, Rondell, a lot of people, but a lot of people, but a lot of people don't recognize what you were saying, how you were feeling. Yeah. So they prolonged it. See, people don't realize they have a choice to change that. They don't realize I can change my mindset and go, wait a minute, what did I
can flip a switch in a heart.
Exactly.
I mean, my brain, that's just my brain. I mean,
because you know why? Because you weren't programmed, because your mother didn't have you get programmed to things. You didn't become addicted to things. You didn't become attached to things because she made sure you didn't watch the TV.
I got addicted to the stuff on my own.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
I did it on my own.
She laid, but you know what she did? She laid
a foundation.
You know what? She laid the groundwork.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about Dell, though. Dell's never been caught up in all the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, he's never really been in any real trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I only know him from what he tells me.
But what I'm telling you is that
you know,
because he's from there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He could have made the choice and went the other way.
Exactly.
Cocaine, fentanyl. He could have had all that shit.
All of it.
You know, but he chose not to. He chose to fucking get in stocks and sneakers, dude.
Yeah,
you know, we smoke a little weed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no.
That's it.
That's what I just love.
We're not even drinking.
That he recognized.
You know what I mean?
He recognized it and turned it off.
Because wherever his upbringing, his mother just kept him away from a lot of the shit that was going to fucking interrupt him. How you doing at school? You playing football? You doing this? Boom. You see what he did, right?
Read a book.
I mean, he got caught. I mean, you know,
read a book.
He played football for the Navy. That was a scholarship, bro. He played good football.
Read the Bible to me. Read the book, right?
Right.
Exactly. Read the Bible to me. Read a book.
What happened to me, bro? My mom passed away when I was young, so I was kind of raised by wolves for a little bit. But going to the military, right, and then shortly after going to prison, those 4 + 8 years, I mean, it kind of like fucking it I don't know. It just fucking changed.
Well, it pulled you out of a situation where you could have went deeper. Exactly. So there you go. So again, so now here, fast forward to today,
right?
And then look what you're witnessing. Holy shit!
Perfect.
But you had to go in the matrix. You had to go into those things.
Go through those things
in order
because you see, we don't know God's plan. You know, the Bible says that His ways are not our ways, nor His thoughts our thoughts. For His ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts way higher than ours. 100%. We can't even imagine what He has in store.
That's what I was just talking to somebody today about, that exact same thing you just said. Yeah. We have no idea what it's like, what He's got planned for us. We don't even know what it even feels like. We have no clue.
So what is He? A loving Father?
Yes.
So why is He going to give us something good or soming bad?
Something good.
Very good.
Very good.
But you have to be able to receive it. You have to see the gift coming.
Yes.
And if you're blinded by the bullshit that's going on with the left and all this nonsense, if you're blinded, and even the right, far right,
all of
if you're blinded,
all of it,
you won't see the gift coming.
Yes.
And you're going to miss out.
Yep. You're right. A lot of people have
You gotta have your eyes wide open.
Yeah.
You gotta be looking. You have to be aware.
Awake and aware. We were going to name the podcast "Awake and Aware." Before we got the other name. Yeah, awake and aware. You got to stay awake and aware, and that's what it comes down to.
You got to realize with your real eyes, and that's what it is that people aren't seeing things. People choose to be blind to things. It makes it easier for them, I guess. Me, I'd rather know the truth because I know the truth is the only thing that's going to make me free. That's why I don't feel enslaved.
Yeah, because you're seeing it. You're seeing. You
see what's going on.
You see the veil has been lifted. God's lifting the veil every day. That's why this is all happening, because He's lifting the veil. Even the assassination. Now people are looking at it and looking at the different angles, and there might be multiple shooters, and the people stood down and they let it happen. They're all like, "Wait, the veil's lifting." They're like, "What the fuck? Why did they do that for? Like,
that's crazy.
What kind of evil is on this planet that would let that happen?"
Because they're trying to kill an anointed man.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is?
This is true. The way you describe the armor of God, I agree.
Yeah,
because it seems like it protects everything.
Right. Well, it's the full armor of God. That's why it's called the full armor. Yeah. The only thing that's not covered, because you have the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, the boots of truth. You have the shield of salvation, and the sword, which is the Bible, right? The word of truth. Yeah. But your back isn't covered. Yeah. You know why? Because God's got your back.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
see, you're fully covered.
Yeah.
So that man, when they went to attempt to shoot him, he was fully covered by the armor of God. Yeah. Yep. Because you see, the day of evil comes, and it says it in the Bible, the day of evil is coming. Yeah. And when it comes, it's going to come quickly. Yeah. Doesn't say soon. Yeah. It says quickly. It's going to happen quick, bro. Yeah. So we need to be aware of those things, and you have to be open and ready. Yeah. If you're not going to get caught up in the so-called rapture. Yeah. You're going to get left behind.
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
No. And you're going to be stuck in a miserable place that you don't want to be. And then after that, you're going to end up in hell.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good one. That's a deep way to put it now, man. Well, I was having this. Why we really go from bad to worse. No, you're right. I had this conversation today, which is crazy that you just said that, because that's what I was talking about. People don't see it coming, so they're not going to be prepared for it. And that's we've been warned by so many prophets now that I've seen, Kim Clement, all these different people that are speaking their truth, Bo Polney.
Yeah, but you got Alex Jones as a prophet. Yep. They're not churchgoers, but they're prophets.
Yeah, they're using God, using their voice.
The prophets of the early age weren't all priests. No. Some of them were just peasants.
Yeah, it's true.
They were prophets. Yeah. They could see things. Yeah. Look, this guy was in jail when he got thrown into jail. His brothers tossed him, and he got enslaved, tossed into jail, and he becomes a king's right-hand man because he was a prophet. He could tell things.
Y'all threw me to the wolves. Guess what? I came up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. That's
powerful.
Bro.
Yeah. I'll say this. A lot of times, people think it doesn't matter how you were raised, if you were raised by wolves or by fucking dogs. Yeah. All right? If you're a fucked up individual, you just fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
End of the day.
I mean, I may be fucked up in the head, but my heart is right, bro. Yeah. My heart ain't fucked up. I got a good heart. Yeah. I know that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my head sometimes is fucked up. All the shit that goes on, I was not going to be fucked up.
Yeah, because that was part of the operation.
Yeah,
to fuck people up.
But it's my head.
Yeah,
it doesn't control my heart. My heart is what?
And what you just described is exactly what's coming. That's what's going to be the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous, and that's what when your heart is right, that wealth transfer is coming. It's coming to everyone where their heart is in the right place, where you're caring about others. You're concerned about, their well-being. You're looking out for them. You're not like, oh, I need to do this for me, and I got to do what I got to get. It's no. You're like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do that, and then that's being radiated every day. See what I'm saying?
Right now, what I just heard from you and I just saw, it's like you're like a fountain of living water. The Bible speaks that we become fountains of living water. That the things that we speak truth and it brings life to people. So you think, right, when you met me, you brought life to me because you were like that living water that made me see. Because not that I was blind, I always knew something was wrong, but I just need somebody to wipe my eyes. You know what I mean? And that's what you did. You took that water and you explained it to me where I understood. I was open. And there's people listening to us who are open and listening, John.
I know
That's why I call you the minister of truth, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no,
Because
I
you
know.
have that. You have that gift.
Yeah.
I see it in you. When you're talking to people, when we go to breakfast, and we do the things, you know, because you're popular in the town.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows you. So when people talk to you, you know, I notice that you always want to give information, want to warn people, want to let people know.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, I've heard you tell people, you got enough water?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you put away? You know, shit like that. You know.
Yeah. No, I do because again, that's what we have to do. We have to warn of the coming, like you said earlier. Whatever's coming. Like I said, the best is yet to come. That's always been the slow. We have it in our podcast here. You know that's what's something coming. So I tell people, like, get prepared. It's the best. Greatness is coming. Be prepared for glory. But be prepared because you're going to need some water, you're going to need some food, you're going to need some people that around you that you know where they stand, so that things get, you know, when things get a little rough.
Remember, it's not only the 144,000 that's going to get rescued.
Yeah,
There can be millions.
yes,
Believe it or not, we're the servants.
I agree. Yeah,
We're here to serve.
yes.
The 144,000 are here to serve.
Wow.
We're not bosses. We're not better than anybody. We're actually less than.
Yep.
You know, so we have to always consider that.
Yep.
Consider how less we are, because it's a humbling thing to be put by God to let people know the truth. You know, like, it's an appointment, you know. Like, I've always believed that I was one of the 12,000 of the 144 from my tribe. I've always believed that even before my eyes were open, I've always known it because I've been a devout Bible study and Christian for a long time.
Yeah. And Rondell's his mom.
Yeah,
read the Bible
you know,
with your mom.
you know the Bible. You know, I mean,
and I went to Catholic school. I went to religion class for fucking 12 years.
One of the things that kind of got John with me is that he loved that I knew the Bible. He was like, "Whoa, dude!"
Yeah, because it all comes back to me now. So that's what I'm like. Because everything that I discussed in school and everything I learned, I understood it. I absorbed it. Gave me a starting pattern. It gave me a starting point, which is due to my mother, more than anything, because she wanted that, because she didn't have a spot. She didn't know where she started with anything religious or anything. She just wanted to know the truth.
Yeah.
And then she did that, and then I started to learn it. I'm like, all right, so I absorbed it, but I lost a lot of it. I went away from religion.
Well, you know, life.
You know, yeah, that's what happens.
The world.
So, yeah, exactly. The world. I had to get lost in the world. You have to lose yourself to find yourself.
That's because the Bible says we can't be of this world.
Exactly.
We're part of it, but we're not of it.
So then when you came back around and then you were starting to flip through, and then I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I remember that scripture. Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, and so then I started going back and leading and listening and going in and doing all the
Because if you look at it, it's all biblical.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because even if you read the Quran is not very much different.
No.
You know, even I'm sure every book in religious has something that's good coming. Yeah. Right, a pattern of a paradise of whatever it is. Their paradise for the Muslims is 1,000, you know, concubines, and that's whatever, you know, whatever your paradise is, whatever you strive to get to that paradise. See, the paradise that I'm looking for is the free earth. That's my paradise. Yeah. The free earth, because there's going to be a new earth. The Bible says there will be a new earth and a new heaven.
Yes.
See, many will go to heaven.
Yep.
I believe I'm going to stay in the new earth because I'm a servant.
You're here to rebuild.
Yeah.
You're here to be
I'm
the
a
builder.
servant. I'm here to do what I need to do.
That's what we are. We're going to be the rebuilders, because in Rondell's community, he's going to be the guy they're going to go to. People are going to be knocking on his door going, hey, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. And you're going to be like, you didn't listen to the podcast for 3 years? but let me fill you in. So
the internet ain't working, so sit down.
Exactly. See? And he's going to be that guy. I mean, that's why he's where he's at, just like where we are.
You know, things are going to happen, and when they happen, but I'm going to educate my grandson, Roman. I want him in the gym.
Yeah.
I want to get him nice and strong. I want that kid to know the truth.
Yes.
I want him to only speak truth.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Because remember,
he's 8. He's going to be, that's the future.
And remember, we are transmuting and dissolving generational trauma. Remember that. So you had generational trauma
I
with
already
you and
know.
your mom. My mom had generational trauma. I had not as much trauma as probably anybody in this room, but I've had enough.
It's different trauma though.
100%.
Your trauma was your trauma.
Exactly.
Trauma.
So that's what we're going to
It
be.
alters DNA.
Yes. And that's what we're going to heal.
I could get stabbed and you could get pinched in the ear and it could be the same thing.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just everybody's trauma is different.
100%. So that's where everybody's generational trauma is being dissolved.
Because the Bible says that God will not test you more than you can bear without making a way to escape. So
Your tolerance is
yeah,
different.
so your tolerance is
ain't my
different. Everybody's different, John.
Exactly.
So exactly what you're saying.
Yes,
yeah.
no.
I'm just bringing it to
No,
to
yes,
this,
and
yeah.
that's what I see that. So that's where I know that that's where our role will be, because we're going to dissolve it. It's going to end with you, because Roman's not going to go through what you went
No,
through.
he won't.
It ends with Quinn, because Quinn's not going to go through what I went through.
Right.
The same thing. He's going to step into a whole new reality, a whole new earth. He's going to be a leader in the new earth. So is Roman, a leader in the new earth. We're going to teach them. We're going to show them, and then we're going to hand it off to them and say, here you go. We gave you here's the blueprint. No debt. No prison planet. How nice is this? No money. Here you go. We just fucking live. And they're going to be like, oh, we just can do this. They're going to be the leaders of it. They're going to understand what they have to carry on. See what I'm saying? They're going to have to do it. And you're going to have to show Roman. I'm going to have to keep showing. He's going to have to show his kids. It's the same thing. We're going to have to show them, because they have to make it, right? They're the ones that have to carry it. What's the Bible say? We'll be the generation that defies death, right? Well, guess what? We can live a lot longer than we're supposed to live.
Well, you know something, men live for 800 years.
Exactly. I was just having this conversation with somebody today, the same thing. That's the thing. We were supposed to live longer, but we were poisoned. So that's why we live.
Yeah, with the food and everything.
With everything.
We eat, the air.
Everything. That's why we're that's why it's a prison.
But I see men that I follow and on Instagram who are 80, who are in great shape,
Yeah.
eat right, and they still can do what they do. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it's a choice.
End of the day.
Yeah, if you don't put pharmaceuticals in your body,
No
then you're not going to break
pharmaceuticals,
down.
man.
Exactly.
Weed is my only pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
shit literally. I had in college we had a roommate that was fucking from Vietnam, right? A foreign exchange student. And fucking he told me like the whole breakdown of like what like pills do to you. Like, do you know like okay, so like this tea, right? You know how tea has sediment in the bottom.
Yeah.
And it all crumbles. Fucking every pill you take, 0.2 grams of the sediment attaches to your spine.
Oh wow.
And it basically binds to your spine. If you go to a masseuse and you get your back cracked,
Yeah.
that shit releases the fucking toxins from whatever you took. And it stays in there for fucking years. So say somebody who took ecstasy for a long time.
Yeah, my brother used to tell me that it would
shit's-
fuck up with your
shit's-
spinal cord fluid.
Yeah, it'll have you
Yeah.
all fucking, your back all crunched up and shit. You get
Yeah.
your back crack, and then you come out of there looking like this because they just activated the shit that was stuck in your back.
Wow.
And you're walking around like a fucking, you don't even know.
So that basically is people take the pharmaceuticals for a long
Yeah.
time. That's why old people walk like hunched over and shit.
He said he
Yeah.
lived in Australia. In Australia over there, ecstasy is like weed here. So like they pop that shit like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Middle of the fucking day, all that shit. So he had a roommate that used to do that shit. He used to be like, "Can you crack my back, bro?
Oh
I
shit.
don't have enough money to get any right now."
Oh
Like,
god. Jeez,
fuck?
that's scary.
crack my back,
Yeah,
bro.
my brother used to tell me that it drains your spinal cord fluid, it dries you up.
I never really got to. I mean,
All
I
pills,
get that
all
body
pills.
drug.
Yeah.
All pills do
Yeah.
it. Every pill you
Well, I was
take.
on pills for a minute.
Yeah,
I've
but
been
now
on
you're
pills
not
most
though.
of my
But
life.
now you're not. So you healed yourself. Remember, that's how you heal yourself. You get off it, and where would you be today if you kept taking them?
I've been a fat alcoholic.
Yeah, you'd be just wobbling around, sore, pain. My knee hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts.
You see them pictures of Eddie when he was big on Facebook?
Oh yeah. He's
Fat
That's how I
motherfucker.
met him. Big Eddie. Oh shit, Josh, it does come, bro.
I wasn't fat. I was wide.
Yeah, you were wide. You're
I was
wide. You were wide. Let's give a little shout out to Cap's Pizza
Oh
here
man,
real
hell
quick.
yeah!
He hooked us
I'm getting ready.
Big
He
ass
looked at something
Italian
3
sandwich.
subs, bro. Fuck
Right?
that.
I know.
Everybody got a sub, and this cheese pizza, there's something about it, bro. That shit was greasy. I love it,
It was
bro.
good.
When you get that grease, bro, it almost hits your pants. You know you had a
Right.
fucking good snack, bro.
It was good. Yeah.
Make sure you eat with a plate.
That's what we had, bro. That fucking cheese pizza is
It
delicious,
was
bro.
tight. Yeah, it was tight.
Hell yeah.
I had the eggplant parm, which is there's the
Yeah.
eggplant right there that I had
Yeah.
today. Look at that.
Fucking mouillon right there.
Fresh. I had to take a bite of it yet. I just had the pizza so far. I'm gonna eat
I
that.
had the
Oh, that
pizza.
looks
I'm gonna eat
good.
that sandwich, brother.
Yeah, it looks really good.
That looks good.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you
I'm
go.
gonna eat that after the show right
Oh,
there.
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
John. We
Thanks a lot,
appreciate
John. You guys rock, bro. You guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're so good to us,
Yeah,
man.
not only that, they're good to everybody. Everybody talks and loves Caps, bro.
Yeah, they love them. It was
Fucking
packed.
Caps is the place to go. If you guys haven't been to Caps, you guys are missing out, bro. Caps is a fucking Bureau B staple.
It
The
is.
place has been here forever, bro.
Since the beginning
And not
of
only
Bureau.
that, bro, Caps serves some good food. It's a nice place. It's not going to break your pocket. Go in there in flip-flops and shorts with a fucking shirt and tie.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck, bro. It's a nice place. They got beer, wine, good food, chicken wings, pizza, sandwiches, pasta, whatever you want to eat, Italian. They make some great food there.
Yep.
You know, and it's a nice spot, man. And they even got a little party room if you want to do like a party.
Tonight they had a party in the
Yeah.
party room, and it was great. There was kids running around, so I'm like carrying the pizza out.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, excuse me, kid. You know, it was like so funny. I'm
They
like,
got
it's
the
like
Pac-Man
it
there.
basically
Hell yeah, man.
it basically I experienced what you experience when you're going in there with the kids
so
and
it's a
everything.
good spot. If you guys want to check them out, they're out on 27th and Oslo. And if you guys want to call in your order, John,
Give them a call, 772-770-CAPS, capspizzamenu.com, knocking out pizza since 1987. Give them a call and tell them TGI Now sent you. They'll deliver it and go pick it up.
all right, God bless, guys. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it,
much.
guys.
We appreciate you guys. And share the show,
And
too.
I'm trying to get Johnny on the show, but he's so
Yeah,
busy.
you gotta-
with
he's so busy.
summertime.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah,
so
summer.
busy.
I
That
spoke
thing
to
is
Bob.
swinging.
Bob said he can't come in August because he has a couple of surgeries. So he's
Oh,
going to come in
man.
October. However, he says he'll do a phone.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
So let's get Bob on the
I can
horn.
FaceTime him. We
Yeah.
can put him up on the
Yeah, we can
screen because now
FaceTime,
that I
put him
have
up
it
on the
fixed,
screen.
or I
Right,
can
cool.
do it. Yeah, I can
So
I can
let's
do a
put him up
split
there.
screen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah.
That'll be good. I'll get Bob in there, tell a couple of fucking true shit that's going on with these fucking kids.
I know. Well, this is what the truth is being revealed. That, you know, that the things are happening with the kids, the child trafficking, the corruption, the cover-ups, the pedophilia. It's all being covered up, and now we know who the enemy is. Now we know who's doing it. Now we know who's the culprits. And now when we know, that's why Trump said the pause had to be the key, because if we didn't have the pause and we didn't him step back, we wouldn't be able to do the things we need to do to make it do it right. Like you said earlier in the podcast, we'll know, like, oh, these people like really did a lot of bad things. Like they need to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
They need to go. And then we have to see it. We have to witness it, because evil gets eradicated off the planet. And that's what you're going to teach Roman and Quinn, that there's going to be no evil anymore. There's not going to be no violence and crime and all that. That's going to be put aside. We're going to clean all that up because it can be fixed way better, because Trump knows that.
Well, we spoke about the new earth, the higher frequency.
The higher frequency, exactly.
I believe it'll be a higher frequency.
Yeah,
Evil will always exist.
Well, no, they're going to come back.
no.
Don't get me wrong. No, you don't. No, the Empire
This
Strikes
is his
Back.
world.
The
Remember,
Empire
God
Strikes
gave
Back.
this to him.
Oh yeah.
I just think this. What John is saying is that people are going to suffer in the world.
Yeah. Yes.
We're not.
Yes.
The people that
That want to play
are
oblivious.
free and see the truth,
Yes.
it's not going to affect us, because we know things are going to happen around the world,
Yep.
but we're not going to be a part of it,
Mhm.
because we're truly not going to be of it.
Yes.
We're going to live in our own paradise in this planet, doing what we do,
Exactly.
you know?
Yep. That's exactly
Like
what's
the
coming.
crime. So basically, what goes on around the world won't affect us.
Yes. Yep.
Because we'll be so free,
We'll
free-minded,
tune-
free-spirited,
right.
knowing the truth, that we know all that is lies.
And we'll tell people like that's a lie, and
It's all lies.
they'll go, well, what the hell are you talking about?
They've been
they're
manipulating
in a
and
different-
stealing
they're in
and
a
all
di-
this stuff.
They're in a different frequency.
You
Exactly.
guys, you're in a lower frequency, and
Yes.
that's just the way it is. We're in a new earth. I'm sorry. This it may look we're up on a mountain,
Yeah.
but here we are.
Here we are. This is it. You know, this is where we're at. You know, and that's what you have to pass on to other people. Like you said, that's why we're doing the podcast.
Yeah,
That's,
I want people to go. The more, the better. Shit.
of course, because we have to rebuild. Oh
yeah.
there's going to be.
Remember, misery loves company, so don't be
Yeah.
part of that. Be part of the joy.
You're exactly right there. My mom used to use that analogy all the time, and that's what it comes down to. You bring yourself down. Like Rondell would have brought himself down if he kept himself at a low frequency of worried about the game and all the things that he lost. He would have kept there. He would have stayed there. And like, I can't do nothing now. You take yourself down, and you're like, what the-
Literally,
yeah.
That 12
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I got $12 million. I can't do shit with it. Fuck this game. I'm sitting there, I'm like, motherfucker, is you sad? I literally like sat there. I was, motherfucker, is you sad about a video game? So get your ass up. I'm like, look on the. I didn't even like look on the internet yet. I haven't even like searched if I can fix it yet. I'm just sitting there moping. Just sitting there fucking moping. They ain't did nothing about the situation. Motherfucker, if you don't sit up and try. I was doing everything. I got to jump in other people's parties. Hey, y'all know how to fix this shit? This shit, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on.
It was the two different Dells.
Oh,
it was Dell and Uncle Dell.
Sitting there like this.
What are you doing? Huh?
Dell was like, what the fuck? And Uncle Dell's like, what are you doing?
You done fucked up. That's what I was telling myself. You know you done fucked up, right?
That is funny, dude. That is fucking hysterical. But I get it because that's what happens. You do that to yourself, though. So that's what I always tell Quinn when he would get upset about something. Like he had a guy hack his game when he was playing Fortnite, and he fucking was wigging out.
I got a friend going through that now.
And I was like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, I always told you that what you were buying on it's not real. You're buying using V-Bucks that you're taking money out of my PayPal and giving me cash, and then so you can buy it, and then you lose it all, and then like, there you go, you lost nothing. But if I gave you the cash, you'd still have the cash. And he was just like, he was pissed, dude. But eventually, I said, you're doing it to yourself. So
he used to go through it too.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Eddie really used to go through it.
Yeah, I used to freak out. Like, dude, you
really
okay? Like, I was like, it's just a game. Like, chill out. But
Bro, all my kids were gamers except Josh.
yeah. Oh, Josh wasn't.
He wasn't much of a gamer.
No, Josh really, like, I don't know how, bro, but Josh would play a game, and then, like, fucking a week later, he's basically a master at it, and then he don't want to play the game.
Yeah, that's how I used to be. I'd play it, and then I'd get tired of it.
He used to beat his brother a lot, too.
I would do.
I wouldn't understand.
Like, how are you beat me? Like, Jared is a game whiz, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's a game whiz.
Oh,
Like,
I know he is.
Many people can't beat Jared in anything on the fucking
Josh
video game.
beats him in football.
Josh beats him in football like it's fucking nothing.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's nothing. I've seen Josh do people so dirty. He fucking 1 yard line. He could score, but he run all the way back down the field, and then come back around. 99-yard play, fucking because he wanted to bullshit.
Jeez.
180-yard play because he wanted to bullshit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Too funny. Oh my god.
Wasting talent.
They didn't have scholarships for fucking video games then. I bet Josh would have got a fucking scholarship then.
Yeah, it's fun.
Joseph, too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Joseph will be here tomorrow.
No way.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, he'll be in Florida tomorrow. I'm going to see him Saturday.
Cool.
My wife took him the Jeep. I'm driving her little Honda.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Yeah, so she took him the Jeep just so he could have it on land, but fuck around with his family.
He's a no. All right.
He got his girlfriend, her 2 kids, and his 2 kids. So little Brady bunch.
Cool.
Cool.
That'll be fun.
And
It's gonna be nice. Yeah. So we're gonna take
Roman.
We're gonna take Roman and Estella, but Josh is going tomorrow on Thursday
All right.
with Roman. They're gonna go to Universal,
Oh, nice. Cool.
and then Saturday Sandra made up panini and some rice, some good Spanish food, and we're gonna take it over there. They got a lazy river where they're staying.
Yeah.
Well, you know where they're
I know exactly where they are, yeah.
Where we go, you've been there.
Yeah.
So so it's a resort.
Right, nice.
We got a nice lazy river. So Sandra and I Saturday and Sunday we'll do the lazy river.
It's right off the drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, we had a timeshare there once. We got rid of it, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, timeshares are a waste of money.
Yeah.
I don't know if you use them.
Yeah, but it's rare that you
I had
use them
moved
as
to
much
Florida,
as
so
people.
I didn't really need it.
I haven't left the state
So
in 4
I
years.
just I found somebody in Sandra's family bought it, so it worked out.
I've been thinking about getting one of the ones you can that balances. You can go to different states with it.
Yeah.
You know which one I want, bro? I want the one that'll take me to Bali. I want the one that will take me to fucking, because now I don't pay for those trips.
Yeah.
I just got to pay the sales tax.
Nice.
Because I want to go to Bali, bro. I want to go to Bali. Like, we're supposed to be going to Amsterdam in September. I want to start seeing the world.
The world. I want to see the world. I haven't seen America.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the world, but I want to see a lot more, I want to see the rest of it. I just don't want to go to Asia. I'm not interested in Asia.
I was talking to somebody about you went to Israel. I was telling them I was like, yeah, my boy's dad went to Israel. I said, yeah, I would have went to Israel then when he went, but now I ain't going over to Israel. Now I wouldn't step
There's a
foot in
war in
fucking
Israel.
Israel.
Hell
You got
no.
me fucked up. Back
Can't
then,
have a gun either.
What was that, like 2011 you went to
I
Israel?
went there 2019.
19 you went to
Yeah.
okay. Damn, I thought you went.
Not early 2019. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I would have went then.
Remember, I opened up my shop. I still had the cast on my leg.
Oh, yeah. The boot.
You sure
I
did.
told my
Had the boot.
quadricep tendon out
Sure
there.
did. Sure did.
Big ass boot.
Yeah, but yeah, you know.
Well, I pulled up the video of the assassination thing. You guys want to break this down a little bit?
You could bring it up.
Yeah.
You could put it in there.
Yeah, I got the one version and then I got the other version, so we could talk about. Let's do the longer one because then people can hear it and see it. The other one's more visual than anything else. Let's see. This brings that up too. So this is Greg, our boy Greg Reese. Greg does a good job with these videos.
Historically, government assassinations are often carried out with a patsy to take the fall and a professional or team of professionals to execute the target. This ensures success and gives the appearance that there was no conspiracy. It all gets blamed on a mentally disturbed lone gunman. But the alleged would-be Trump assassin was willing to go on a suicide mission. It was an easy shot, and he had at least 5 years of marksmanship training. The independent work of Asget Industries shows how our young suicide assassin could have been the lone gunman. But she is restricted to using the limited information we have gotten. According to the sound analysis of Mike Adams, there were at least 3 shooters.
I think round 1 is probably Crooks. Round 2 is Crooks. Round 3 is Crooks. I think these 3 rounds are Crooks. It's my guess. Rounds 4 and 5 are from the same distance as Crooks, but they are not Crooks. I think rounds 4 and 5, right here. I think rounds 4 and 5 are from a rogue Secret Service team in the building that Crooks was on top of. So that's my guess. Round 6 is from medium range sniper. Round 7 is long range sniper.
Several witnesses that day claimed that there was a second shooter in the water tower.
Right.
And I just screamed, "It's the sniper!"
He had said, in order for there to be a second shooter from the same distance in the building downstairs, it would have to have been Secret Service.
Yeah, he literally said it has to be Secret Service.
Hey,
An imposter. And what did he say? A rogue. A rogue Secret Service.
It could have been a Secret Service still.
Yeah.
Part of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, 100%.
She's the one that probably let him in.
Yeah, most.
I told you somebody let his ass in. Somebody walked him up there.
Go ahead. No, this is good. This
Makes
is
sense.
good.
Makes sense.
The sniper, and he was firing down toward the water tower.
That's what we're hearing.
Fox News live streamed the following testimony, but omitted it from final edits.
The fence where the other shooter was. There was one I heard in the water tower. There was one by the fence. And still, obviously, initial reports.
NBC live streamed the following testimony of a woman who was in the front row.
He could see the sharpshooter on behind Trump. He said the sharpshooter shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower here.
And omitted the following from the final edit.
Now they feel that there was 2 shooters on both sides. So they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. So that's why they wanted us to leave immediately, because they thought there's still a shooter out there somewhere. I'm glad that guy's no longer with us anymore in that tower. And I hope they get the other one too.
Images of the water tower show a shadow at the very top. Frame-by-frame analysis shows what could be described as muzzle flash or the reflection of a scope lens. Before any shots were fired, police were seen running towards the water tower.
Oh wow, where are they running to?
Multiple shooters makes more sense, but then how did they miss? Many are insisting that it was a staged event to inflame Trump's popularity.
We still don't know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by shrapnel. We don't have those details. We actually have no details from his physician, even though this man is still a Secret Service protected, and presidential candidate. We knew almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much? We don't know why for 9 full seconds Donald Trump was allowed to stand back up during an active shooter situation, even though they at that point had said the shooter was down. How would they have known if there were more shooters or not? Nobody knew. That there could have been 5 shooters for all they knew. Yet they allowed him to stand up in the middle of that, crisis and pose for a photo.
It's an assassination attempt.
And fist pump the air so he can get the iconic photo.
Right.
And then they allowed him to stand up again outside of the SUV instead of just shoving him into the SUV. That seems really unusual. What is the actual injury to Donald Trump's ear that's under that bandage?
I don't know.
Shouldn't we know that by now?
If it was fake, it was a flawless performance.
Yeah, right.
And if it was authentic, it was not only sloppy, it was a millimeter away from chaos. Either way, Trump is now seen by many religious people as being ordained by God, and by others as being the Antichrist, who believers have been expecting to survive an assassination attempt. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
He will somehow survive an assassination attempt, which will evaluate him to God status around the world. Remember I told you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Believe me.
Like I said earlier, who willing to take that fucking risk?
I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Yeah, no.
I'm $1 billion man. I'm not playing with my fucking life like that. What the fuck?
Exactly.
I don't need it. I got all. You see all these people? These people gather for me, not for him. They gather for
I
me.
think the
And he's
Secret
not that
Service tried to
stupid.
kill him.
Yeah.
Literally, it had to.
It's
there's only one way of fucking.
Yeah.
Even if he set it up, in my head, Secret Service still whacks this motherfucker before he get the second shot.
He has his team that are active. Like he has a bunch of Secret Service that are always with him. Whenever they do an event, they need more. So it's one of these temporary ones
that popped in
because it's the ones that jumped on him are the ones that his.
Yeah,
those are the ones. I mean, they jumped on him. The chick didn't jump on him.
Yeah,
she was a temp, a DI. All right, she was temp. She was fucking down. I don't know how the fuck she got the job. She's overweight, couldn't even fucking put the gun back in the holster.
Yeah, she looked like the character from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, you fucking kidding me?
It's Pat.
All right, but you see, but the ones that jumped on him, the ones that really, I mean, were there for him.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are always with him.
Yeah, no, I know. There was definitely something going on inside. It's Kennedy 2.0 with people with TVs standing on the grassy
See,
knoll.
they wanted to kill him. That first shot was supposed to kill him. By the grace of God, he moved. They didn't know he was going to do that.
Yeah.
How can they figure he's going to do that?
No,
and the way he turned on that
I mean, it
fucking
was just like a minute because he was trying to read the prompter.
He's directly at his fucking.
Are you kidding me? If he would have went this way, that bullet would have got him in the head. It was a pro shot.
Yeah, watch it.
Maybe that shot came from the Secret Service sharpshooter down, and the other shots came from the guy on top, the ones that missed.
Exactly. No, you're right. Yeah, this is
it's Kennedy 2.0.
It's either the pro took the shot, said "fuck, I fucked up," dipped, and then he started shooting. This is the time we shoot.
The
All
Secret
right,
Service.
so
All he had to do was go back into the crowd.
Exactly. That's it. Just like we talked about earlier, the one guy hauled ass. Remember,
the real villain got to slip away.
He hauled ass.
Yeah. So the Secret Service, they already know.
Yeah.
He just walked right into the crowd.
He done tore a new asshole right now.
Because all that bullshit about we were waiting for an approval to shoot, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because even the director says that's not protocol.
No.
Somewhere in America, a soldier is dead.
Yeah.
Because they kill you. After you fuck up, you either haul ass to another country or something and hide somewhere.
That guy's dead.
Or you dead.
The guy that was in the water tower, he's
he's dead. If you got away, you still dead. They waiting for you
I
at your
think they
house.
said they shot. I think in the video.
They said they killed the guy in the
at the
tower.
water tower.
Well, how about the guy Crooks?
Yeah.
He's dead too.
Yeah.
She said only one guy shot. The one on the right got away.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that the one on the right was the one she probably missed because she didn't know the news yet. She was there.
Yeah.
The shot killed the one on the roof. The guy on the water tower got away. The water tower was further away.
100%. Yeah.
The second shot came from underneath.
That water tower, motherfucker.
Remember, there was a window underneath that building.
You know why?
That's how that fucking shot came through.
And you see how far that water tower
That's how that kid got in the roof. That's because nobody really saw a ladder.
Yeah.
Because he went up the stairs.
They let him do
Secret
that.
Service let that motherfucker in.
Let that motherfucker come right there. They let him come there.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker on the tower, there's only one way. Like, bro, you have to be using a fucking 50. You didn't want anybody to, because you go hear a fucking 50 go off if it's too close. If a 50 is too close to that, you looking for a motherfucker that you can't hide that big bitch. When you get up and move that motherfucker, you gonna see.
One thing I think that they all use the AR-15s. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the bullets.
Yeah.
They would want the bullets to be the same.
Gotcha. Well, I think this video here
That's a hell of an AR.
This video breaks down the sound.
Bro, they could remember, they could put an AR bullet into a fucking supersonic gun.
And you were talking about the sound of the bullets, right? The different
There is
sound.
a difference in the sound.
Yeah, I think that's what we discussed before.
But an AR-15 has a distinctive sound, like more like.
Yeah.
But the fact you could see that bullet coming, it might be what you said. They got sonic suppressed. They dropped it in there and fucking
because all the bullets I would believe because of investigation would have to be the same.
Fucking distance.
Yeah.
Because remember,
they could see the bullet. They could see the reverberations of the bullet coming.
Yeah.
I think the bullet that knocked out that steam thing, was one of those that's AR-15 supersonic. Because remember, those that's metal.
Yeah, that's metal.
The hydro.
And that's far.
If it was close, it would probably ricochet.
Yeah,
like if
that
it was
thing
as
went
close
right
as he
through.
was, right
hydro.
where the guy was on top of the building.
Yeah.
If it shot and hit that, it would have bounced right off that.
You talking about the hydraulics on
That
the
fucking sonic
tractor?
suppressed bullet will fucking pierce that bitch and keep going.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're a little over an hour now, so.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to say, man, I'm sure. But make sure you guys share the show. Part 2 will probably happen next week because we don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah, that was a week to remember for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
So, I mean, that's where we have to look
But
at
thanks
it.
for listening, man. Share the show. It means a lot to us when you do. We always appreciate your comments, on our Facebook page. I took a 30-day spaghetti. I'm on Facebook for 30 days, so I just want to get off that fucking thing.
I know.
So I got off for 30 days, but so John or Rondell will answer the question.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter, though, too, on X.
We're on Twitter, we're on X, we're on Rumble.
Yeah, we're growing on X.
Yeah,
so follow
so-
us on X. I'm trying to get some stuff on Truth, but I can't get any followers on there. It's just not that
I have
easy.
a few followers on Truth.
Yeah.
But it's Cannabis Patriot.
Gotcha.
And I post all the shows on Cannabis
Okay,
Patriot.
good. All right, well, that's good.
So if you guys don't get it on
You got
TJ
Thread?
now, go to Cannabis Patriot on Truth.
Thread? No, I haven't done Thread.
I have Thread.
Yeah, Thread is just like
what's Thread?
It's just like Instagram. It's an attachment.
It's attachment to Instagram.
But it's just like Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Thread.
just speaking, pictures and shit.
All right, so I'll do Thread, and then I think I'm going to open up a fucking TikTok too. Fuck it, but
I have
we'll
a
see.
TikTok.
We'll see. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you listening. Share the show, please, and Tammy and you guys out there, and
Thank you
Deborah.
so
We
much.
really
Love
appreciate
y'all.
you guys
Appreciate
listening.
you
Yeah, we
guys.
really do. Thank you guys. Stay human.
Take care. God bless.
Peace, chicken grease, baby. We out.
We out.